All right, now let's get to the unreturned property you're suing about.
Well, I want to go back to me and the kids. I've always been there with kids. In fact, I was getting the kids 3 times a week, taking them to my father's house, doing music with them. So I was always there for them. I've never told her I didn't want to do anything for the kids, or I never wanted to see them. I've always been there.
That's a lie. I have right here a text that says, I won't accept them from you anymore. I say, okay, you're lost.
Now, brothers, did you see that? Did you see how quickly she was able to find a text message from him to show that he was emoting in the aftermath of the divorce proceedings? Because that is when their relationship turned, once he realized that he would never be able to get her back. He spent the last 5 years hoping and praying that his former wife, who's been getting her coochie banged out by the new guy on the regular, would return back to him. Why would you want her back? If you had a favorite pair of underwears in your dresser drawers, and some strange dude broke into your house and stole your favorite pair of underwear and wore them all around the neighborhood, played basketball in them, and then just brought them back to you and said, oh, I'm sorry, I borrowed your favorite pair of underwear, but you know, they were real comfortable. I don't give a damn what you do. There's no amount of laundry detergent that's going to make me want to wear them drawers ever again. It's done. You can have a nice day. Brothers, once these females decide that they're going to move on, let them move on. 99 times out of 100, they end up in a far worse stead than they were when they were with you. You cannot ever allow someone to make you change your view of yourself. And many of these men, when these females leave them, or sometimes when they themselves ruin their relationships, they allow the disintegration of that relationship to affect their self-image, and you just cannot have that. I guarantee you that this entire charade has caused this man, the plaintiff, to age drastically over the last 10 years or so. Because I'm not sure how big of an age disparity there is between him and her, but she looks vivacious, young, full of vitality. She walked in like she was Diana Ross or some shit. And this brother walked in like in 2 years he's going to need a cane. Because he's let the disintegration of what he thought they had totally drag him down.
But I've been with them.
Yeah, why you say this now?
I don't even remember that.
Okay.
I don't even.
That's just one example of what I have to deal with. When I don't do what he wants me to do, he'll throw out a threat like that. Well, I'm not going to do what you want. I'm not going to talk to you no more.
You see, he's still talking about well, after she cheated on me. He said, I don't even remember that. You know why he doesn't remember it? And I believe him that he doesn't remember it. You know why? Because he's so emotionally and psychologically unstable in the aftermath of those final divorce proceedings that he's not even fully aware of what he's doing at certain moments. And oftentimes, this is the precursor to someone going off of the psychological deep end. This is why we read about those stories in the newspaper or see them on the news of some guy stabbing up some woman 5,000 times, chopping her body up and putting it in a duffel bag. Don't be one of them brothers, man. Don't be one of those brothers. And unfortunately, in so many of these households, you have these young black boys who are being raised in these corrosive, feminine energy-dominated environments, and they never learn anything about the nature of the modern-day liberal woman. And they get sucked down these rabbit holes of feminine worship, and they end up bugged out of their minds in court, in prison, or under the ground.
No more.
Of course, I was hurt, and she would never explain to me, what the situation was. She just left.
And that is truly the synopsis of what this court case is truly about. It has nothing to do with her signing any agreement to lower her mortgage rate. He's still frustrated that she has never explained why she did to him what she did. Well, brother, I'm going to be very honest with you. Either she was tired of what you were doing or not doing in the bedroom, or maybe you were having some type of financial difficulties. That most likely is the reason why she left, and she's not coming back. Move forward. It's okay. There are a lot of other fish in the sea. There's a fish in the sea that's going to like your penis more than she liked any other penis that she's ever experienced. Your former wife found another man whose penis she liked more than yours. Move forward. That's why she's not going to explain it. It's either that or it's over money. But you can't hold on to this old shit for your whole life, brother. I mean, to be quite honest with you, you look like you're about 55 years old. You're too old to still be dwelling on the past like that.
Yeah, what does that have to do with the kids? Saying you'll never accept the kids anymore.
Now, right when he heard that, he should understand from there that most likely the judge is not going to rule in his favor. Because if the judge was truly interested in why this man was so hurt, he would have turned to the defendant and said, yeah, ma'am, why exactly did you leave? I've seen him do that many times in many court cases where the plaintiff will talk about a certain situation that may have led to acrimony between himself and or herself and the defendant, and the judge will turn to the defendant and he'll ask the defendant to expound on the reasons why they did what they did to lead to the disintegration of their relationship. The judge didn't do that. So right there, if you're the plaintiff, you better be on your P's and Q's for the rest of this case, because the judge is looking for reasons to judge in favor of the defendant.
You take it out on the kids. I don't ever suppose they saw this stuff. Suppose she was low.
I didn't let them see that.
I know. I was going to say though. Suppose she was low enough to show.
I didn't mention
Some people are. Thank God she's not one of those folks, because if she had shown them this, you'd have probably had permanent damage with your children. Sir, be quiet. You said it. You took the risk of your children saying you say you'll never accept them anymore. Now, $500, what property are you suing her for?
Now, brothers, did you see that? The plaintiff deserved that. He did. He deserved that. Because what Judge Mathis is trying to convey to him is that you're never supposed to allow the disintegration of your relationship with a female to affect your rapport with your children. The reason why he's allowing this to happen, when I say he, I mean the plaintiff, is because he's associating the children with the woman. And this happens in many of these single mother households where they associate the children with the quote-unquote baby daddy that left them or who they despise for whatever reason. And it leads to them mistreating the children. It's even worse when a man does it, because the man is supposed to be more in control over his emotions. No matter what this society tells you about how the sexes are equal, how the genders are equal, no, they are not. They're never going to be viewed as equal, and men are always going to be held to a higher standard, as they should be. Because as I've stated in numerous videos on this channel, for the most part, the average woman is a child. Are there exceptions to that rule? Yes. Are there females out there that have a higher level of maturity than the average woman? Yes. But for the most part, the woman is a child until she's about 45 years old. Certain people who are new to my channel might not like me saying that. I really don't give a damn. I've been stating that for the longest time. Why is that? Because it's the truth. So it's up to you brothers out there to aspire to a higher level of conduct and comprehension, to see things coming before they come, to see things happen before they happen, so that you can mentally prepare yourself. Because you never know what's coming around the corner, but sometimes as you're walking down the block, a little sliver of a shadow will appear to warn you. Always pay attention to the ways of the people around you, not just your woman, but your so-called friends, your so-called associates, your family members or what have you, not in a suspicious way, but just as a mental exercise. Your brain is not a muscle, but it can be utilized like a muscle. It can be worked and improved like a muscle if you aspire to expand it. And it's very important that you do so that you avoid dumb shit, man. Life is all about perfecting mechanisms to avoid dumb shit. If you approach life with the understanding that the average person is an idiot, there are a lot of dumb things, idiotic things, bad situations that you will avoid. It doesn't mean that every person is an idiot literally, but when you approach life with that mindset, you will avoid a lot of craziness. And just to get back to this case right here, this brother here is suffering and he needs a lot of help. He needs someone that he can confide in and assist him in getting his bearings back, because he still has not gotten over what the defendant, what his wife did to him, and she does not respect him enough to inform him of why she left him. And I'm sure that that lack of respect for him was not something that popped up 5 years into the marriage. I'm sure that she was disrespectful towards him before they were married. He just chose to ignore it because, like so many so-called black men in this society, they're raised to believe that they should put up with people's bullshit. And you should never put up with people's bullshit, brothers, ever in life. It's not worth it. The average person is not bringing enough into your life to tolerate their bullshit.
Well, I was on the road and I've called her to ask to speak to the kids. The only way I can get in contact with them was through her phone, because she had a phone for my daughter, but she kept taking the phone because my daughter was getting in trouble. So she would take the phone from her, and the only way I can contact them was through her. I went and bought him a cell phone. All three of them a cell phone.
Okay.
A week later, she took the cell phone from her.
All right, when was this?
This was in January of 2017.
When did you all divorce again?
June of 2016. I don't know the exact date.
Okay. And this occurred, you saying you purchased phones, and what happened to them?
Did you see that? The defendant said June of 2016. I don't know the exact date. The plaintiff said July 10th, 10:30 a.m. sharp, Your Honor. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was raining outside.
What happened to the phones?
She took my oldest daughter.
Where are they at now?
They have them.
All right, well, it's theirs. They have them. You gave it to them, and they have them, right?
Correct.
Well, then, what are you suing her for? They have the phones that you bought for them. She